It hurts to even think about it. We'll be in these streets thirsty trying to get a drink about it. Black hoodie, I pull that Quattro Cinco out it. Put that iron to your clothes like I'm taking wrinkles out it. Franklin, Grant, Jackson, and Lincoln out it. Look you in your eyes and tell you, don't you even think about it. So as you hear me dropping it.
Oh my God. Fab be going in. Let me get comfortable. Girl, get comfortable. We about to do something you never done before. That's a classic record. That's that Jamie Foxx. The song I was actually listening to is Transformation by Fabolous. That's off that old Soul Tape. Is that Soul Tape 1 or 2? 2. That shit's fire. Welcome to the show. This is Lunchtime TV. It's your boy, Mimical Jackson. Got the Uno hat on. You know, I've really been shooting my shot at Uno to try to get like a sponsorship. I really be on Twitter, like trying to engage with them daily. Drop a new deck, I'm on that comment. Yo, what's up, Uno? I'm about to got this. And then I'm going to be the king. And I let them know, if y'all need ambassadors, holla at me because I love Uno. I got hella Uno decks up here and I'm collecting more. They got this 90s theme one. I seen this the other day. After the show, I'm on the way to go cop it. Fred Meyer, you better have it. And if you don't, I mean, there's nothing really I can do. I'm just going to have to go to another store. But either way, I might be a little bit upset because the Fred Meyer is not super close to my house. So have the deck. It's already March 18th. And excuse me, I need a cut really bad. I'm not taking off my hat. I needed to adjust it because it literally feels like time is flying. The first half of the year has been crazy. A lot of stuff has been happening, but so many great things are happening. And even in the midst of all these terrible things that we have had happen, IEC the other day, where you have this corny ass dude who just had a bad day and he goes out and he takes the lives of 8 innocent people, 6 Asian women. Madness, bro. You're destroying communities all because you're having a bad day, whatever the case may be. Today I definitely had a moment where I like low-key felt bad because I was happy about how well things were going. But then you realize there's so many people who are really going through it. And it just reminded me that you got to take a minute, and even if you're not praying or doing nothing like that, just reflect, say to yourself, man, that if you are above the ground today, you should be saying, listen, I'm thankful for these blessings that have been bestowed upon me. Word it however you want. I'm not telling you how to talk to yourself. I think it's just important that people acknowledge that, because even if you're watching this shit, you are lucky to have made it this far in the day. Some people didn't make it. So even though a lot of things have been going crazy, life has been chaotic, a little bit hard, there's still a lot of great things that are happening. I feel like I'm way up. Way up. Oh my God, I'm doing things mad different now. Shit. Even go to therapy. Therapy was great, man. And I'm not trying to be one of those who's like, oh my God, you should all do it. Because I don't know if it's life altering just yet. I'm new. But I will tell you that I know the last year when I talked about this on the show, how I went to that appointment, I felt like it went great. The lady that I spoke with, she was wonderful. It was great. Connection, it was cool. I would have went back for sure. But when I went to this one this past week, I walked away from that feeling like, oh yeah, we finna turn up. You know how when you be at the gym playing pickup basketball and you like, damn, we short one, and you see buddy in the corner and you're like, fuck. All right, hey, yo, my man. Come on, you on with us. And then y'all get on and you're like, oh, he got the handle, or she getting the rebound. Like, it could be anybody. It's anybody. It's your fantasy. You do what you want. At our run, we don't have a lot of girls. If we do, it's Michaela. Michaela be out there killing everybody. Get on the court, bop, bop, bop. You're like, oh shit, good pickup. Win 9, 10, 11 straight games like it's nothing. You be like, yo, you coming back next week? That's how it felt walking away from therapy the other day. I was like, oh shit. We about to turn up. So I'm feeling good. I mean, the last couple of days been a little bit shaky, but other than that, I'm feeling real good. That'll put some hair on your chest. Like I said, I'm doing things a little bit different now, taking more risk in life. Got some trips planned. I'm on the move a little bit. It's kind of nice. But yeah, the shows have been great. We're doing great. And I am proud that I have been able to introduce my students to so many wonderful and powerful women. To the point that when I pitched to my students what the lineup was for next week, like they were like, oh, that's so dope. We're talking about the Seattle Storm. One of my students, not a basketball fan, had no idea who the Storm was. I start telling her about it. She's like, oh, they doing this, they doing that. Oh, lit. The fact that I'm able to get these kids excited to hear these stories, to watch these videos, do all these things, that, my friends, is a true win. We're impacting lives. It's important. So I hope that everybody has the opportunity to impact a life in any type of way possible throughout their days. I'm telling you, man, you walk away feeling good about that shit. That's why it be confusing me when you hear these stories of like Buddy just got up and just decided like he was done with these people. For what? Like, you must be hurting real bad. Like, I thought I was hurting bad, some of my friends hurting bad, but we are not hurting this bad. Jesus Christ, no. I don't feel like it's anything to like, if you're not feeling it, just chill at the house. Stay low key for a little bit. And then when you feel like re-emerging, like, Groundhog Day, pop up. And then if things ain't really to your liking, go give it another 6 weeks. Now, that's a long time to be holed up by yourself, but give it some more time. Don't be outside if you don't feel like you're in the right frame of mind to be outside, because then bad things start to happen for you. I feel like it's been good that I've been able to actually tell some of my people, like, look, I need a break from you niggas today. And I don't just say it like that. A lot of times, sometimes I have just been posting on my pages. I'm at capacity, and people just don't text me for the day, and that's cool. And then a lot of people will just wait till the following day, and I appreciate that. I feel like my friends are starting to catch on, and this feel a lot better than just like ignoring people. I'm somebody who has a horrible habit when it comes to that, where I start to feel my anxiety flare up and I start to go through things, and then I just go away and be quiet. And again, I'll pop up like 6 weeks later, like literally, like it's fucking Groundhog Day. I'll pop up, and then it always started to it frustrated me that I always felt like I had, not that they didn't deserve it, but that I felt like I had to explain myself, but yet I couldn't explain why I actually was doing this because I felt too embarrassed. And one of the things I've learned recently is that there's no shame in expressing to people that you're having a tough day, that you need space, that your mental health is struggling. I love that on my page, the highlighted episode is the one with Dr. Mack. We talked about this stuff. And I've been talking about the mental health awareness stuff for the longest. But I have definitely struggled when it has come to communicating what I actually needed from people. And then I just become very off-putting. Real quick, if you get a chance, follow my IG. Look for the on my story. There is a video. It's funny that I said the word off-putting. There's a video. If you ever watched Between the Two Ferns, I think is what it's called, with Zach Galifianakis, and he has a guest on there. I'm pretty sure I know that it's Shorty from the Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence. And then he makes some joke, and then she says something to him. He says that's very off-putting, and then she goes, "You should be off-putting, because you're fat." And listen, before we get into the shaming stuff, if you've ever watched his show, that's literally what he does to people that come on there. He just roasts the shit out of them very subtly. And shots, and it depends on who it is. There's some people that he's really close with that he'll chop it up and it's all good. But for the most part, all he does is run jokes on them the whole time, and they fucking hate it. And Jennifer turned the tables on him, so shout out to her. I don't know when that video was released. It probably is old as hell, but I've probably watched it like 300 or 400 times just in the last day or so, because it just, that pudding joke was funny. Anyway, talking about the mental health stuff, there's no shame in taking time for yourself, gathering your thoughts, getting yourself together. And I sometimes wonder when you have these situations, and honestly, listen, I'm not talking about for the dude. I have no sympathy for him. Whatever happened to him going forward, fuck him. He did wrong by shooting all those people. All these shooters, y'all, because you have the opportunity to seek services, even if it's just you Googling stuff online. There are hotlines. There are people you can talk to. There's free services. There's places you can go. There are support groups that you can join. If you are feeling the way that you are feeling, if you want to take your own life or take somebody else's, you have the opportunity to make a change if you want it. So for this specific person, I don't care about him because he out there doing the wrong thing, but I sometimes wonder if it will be worth it for some of these people as they're coming up in like high school, middle school and high school. And you've seen examples of it where schools implement meditation practices and things like that at early ages rather than having kids go to detention. And then you start to see changes in behavior. Do we think that maybe it's time that we put some more of these things in play? Because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I heard for years, hey, you got to learn how to do this because you won't have the calculator in your pocket. And then that's bullshit because now we all have it. So maybe you exchange some of and not saying that they're all useless, because at some point you give the kids the opportunity to pick based on what avenue they're going to go and what career choice they may make if they already know that as teenagers. But when they're young, maybe exchange a handful of these math courses, some of these language arts, and even some of these PEs, whatever, and put in some meditation classes. Maybe we throw some stuff in there about how to build financial stability, all these things, because a lot of times these people are going crazy because finances aren't great. They have no idea how to manage stress. A lot of these things can really push people over the edge. Those are just a couple. I literally only gave you two because it literally don't take much for a lot of people. Then you start tacking things on like COVID. And then you also add their family history and the fact that they're already probably racist. Maybe if you put them through some of these classes at a young age, they'll learn to break those barriers themselves and stray away from their horrible family members that teach them to become animals. They are actually the animals. You guys recognize that, right? If you are willing to just get up out of bed one day and be like, today's a good day for me to grab all of my guns and ammunition and then just go on a shooting spree, you are the animal. Me just walking down the street, minding my own damn business, I can't be the animal. I certainly cannot be that just based on the fact that my skin is black. The thugs, that is a thug. Someone who literally just gets up on a daily basis with the intent to harm people. And you can say, oh, you guys have those in your community too. Yeah, I know. We got thugs, we got drugs, we got guns, we got all of that shit. We go to the hood if you need it. Stay out of the hood. It could get dangerous for y'all out there. It could be dangerous for me out there. But yeah, we have people who wake up every day and they go out and they intend to be malicious towards other people. That's just corny. It's wasted energy, y'all. Come on. Listen, I know this is hell. I talk about this all the time. We are living in hell, but you got to make the most of it. This shit actually could be kind of lit. And listen, if you go to prison, you're going to be having the wrong kind of threesomes in jail. You don't want that. Get the good kind. You don't want great value threesomes, all right? You don't want that. You probably wondering why I brought that up. I don't know, because these are the things that people do in life that I know for a fact are going to be extremely uncomfortable if you do something crazy and end up in the pen. I don't think there's Taco Bell at jail. And if it is, it's not fresh. But think about that. Can you imagine never having Taco Bell again? Niggas be throwing it all away. For what? It's not worth it. Gotta learn to refocus your energy. Change your frame of mind. And I'm the last motherfucker that should be telling you that shit. Because I am the absolute worst when it comes to having a positive attitude. But I will tell you this. Lately, I've been getting better at it because it really is about you. When you wake up, you make the decision when you open your eyes about how your day is going to go, regardless of circumstances, because those things are out of your control. Some of it, yes. Most of it, no, not in your control. You make the active choice. So if you wake up and you're on some, and I do it, I'm like, fuck, the day sucks already. How? You just opened your eyes. But some days I started to wake up and be like, shit, feel good. We're going to get after it. Get these workouts in. Sometimes I eat breakfast, not always. I don't be hungry in the morning. Literally, for years, easily before I moved into the new spot, for years, I never made my bed. Just a small thing. I start making the bed every day. Feels less cluttered. It keeps the stress low. Some of you niggas aren't understanding the value of a good candle. That could keep your stress low. Wait till I get my new supply of my, what is it called? My alchemistic spray. Oh my God, I'm finna try to have them on the show so I can tell them how they have potentially changed my life. Appreciate Steph for putting me on. She sent me this kit. I talked about it. Spray that in here. You keep your environment fresh. It's nice. It feels good. So then when you walk out the door, all these other little things, they just bounce right off me. Sometimes. It's not great armor. There's still some, it's not great, but it's a work in progress. That's all that matters. So listen, I want you to do that for yourself. I keep looking at the chat, looking at the time, just making sure, but I want you to do it for yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself. These niggas out here going crazy. It's because they don't take care of themselves. And because most of y'all are just racist and we tired of that. Let's slide over to the music. I don't have long because the NCAA tournament is on. You understand. I gotta watch the tournament, man. And something's wrong with these amazing eyelashes that God gave me. You know what? I seen a post the other day where some guy, I feel like this is mad disrespectful to girls, but in a funny way. Funny because girls will literally tell you, as a guy, that most guys get gifted with like really great eyelashes, and girls be mad as fuck about that because they don't always get them. One of the few compliments that I used to get, even in the younger days, girls were like, oh my God, I really like your eyelashes and my eyebrows, always in good shape. And now that I probably said that, people are going to be like zooming in real close to be pointing out all of the little imperfections. And that's cool because I haven't had to do anything to them and they still look great. But I love that that's just something that like, I'm not trying to shade y'all, but listen, ladies, eat your heart out. Anyway, Ghostwriters. How do y'all feel about knowing that some of your favorite artists have ghostwriters? Does it bother you? Like if you know that like your favorite song, if you know somebody else wrote that, would that ever bother you? I can remember the exact moment and where I was when I found out that Jay-Z wrote verses on the Forgot About Dre record. I remember being in high school. It was night. We were outside at the outside courts playing basketball. And we had the songs playing. And right as the lights went off, that was the record that was playing. And I just remember my homeboy James just being like, Jay-Z wrote this, right? And I'm like, no, not possible, bro. This doesn't sound anything like some shit Jay-Z be talking about. And then I remember buying the CD and looking at the book. And his name is on there. And that's not news. I'm not breaking news. Everybody knows that. But I just remember in that moment being like kind of shook. But then I was like, that's dope. Because none of the way the spit is on Forgot About Dre, none of that sounds like some shit that Jay-Z would do. And for me, that was what made it dope. Because if someone wouldn't have told me, I would have never read that booklet. I would have never, ever guessed that he wrote these lyrics. I think it did like make it very clear to me that Dr. Dre definitely was not writing his own lyrics. But I still wasn't mad at that. Because if he can deliver the bars, and good for him. And the song sounded hot. So like, how can you really be mad? Like if Drake has Ghostwriters, like he's the act. I mean, think about on television. Like the actors don't go in with their notebooks and their pen and paper and write their own lines. I mean, some of them probably do, but not all of them. So you know that a lot of what they're saying, your favorite quotes from movies, that's just written by other people. So like, what's the damn difference in music? I think it get corny if somebody like want to pretend like they didn't. I always had a problem with Wayne coming up because he tried to pretend like Gilly didn't write some of his verses for him. But nigga, it's okay because you delivered them. You made those shits hot. Even though it's his lyrics, you made the shit hot. And Gilly's not a bad rapper himself. But like, it made no sense to me that he would like pretend like he didn't. And like, I wrote these. But like, nigga, no, you didn't. But back in the day, if you were caught having ghostwriters, like in hip hop and rap, like this is the only genre where people be like, oh, you got a ghostwriter? Oh, nigga, you're corny. Like they'll put people on the shelf for 100 years and say that they're trash because they got a ghostwriter. But like the person saying the lyrics sounds dope. The person who wrote the lyrics probably don't sound dope. I always felt like I was a better songwriter than a rapper. Not good at either. That tells you how great I was at this music shit. Not good. But I think of some of my best written things. I talked about on this show. I really think some of my shit is at least top 500 all time. I think that's what I said. Top 500 songs all time. On mine, I'm way down. Like I'm in like the 350s or something like that. But still, cracking a 500, I listen to thousands and thousands of songs. But like when I hear it, and then I think about other songs that are just like it, I'm like, this shit is fire. It's not that bad. But a lot of my shit, doo-doo. Straight doo-doo. Oh my God. I won't even play it in my own car. It's bad. Like when I tell you it's bad, bro, it's bad. Let me tell you how bad it is. Did I mention how bad it is? It's bad. But the ghostwriter thing, as I got older, it like doesn't bother me. We all know that there are people who do not need that type of help. The M's, the J. Cole's, the Hoves, they don't need that type of help. I don't think Kendrick need that type of help. I'm sure there are people that we could all name. We could throw some names in the chat, leave them in the comments, do whatever you got to do, like and subscribe, do the damn thing. There are all types of names of people that we could be like, oh, this person, they don't need it. Yeah. But there are some people who are just the act, and that's totally fine. It doesn't mean that you're any less of a rapper. But like, are we going to pretend like P. Diddy wrote all of his rhymes? I hope to God not, because if he wrote those and y'all actually was really thinking that shit was hot from him, stop it. And not everybody that has a ghostwriter is still good. Some of these ghostwriters aren't even that good. I mean, depending on what you're looking for. But I can go back in time at some of these records and be like, this is not a good verse. I don't even know why somebody would want to put their stamp on this. And maybe it's just the delivery. Maybe it could have been somebody else and the shit would have been flames. Who knows? But I don't have a problem with ghostwriters. But I feel like some of the comments that I saw on this tweet, people were like, nah, if you got a ghostwriter, you ain't shit. I'm like, damn. but then they're like those same people, because these are people that I follow regularly, they'll be like, oh, so-and-so got a new record, it's fire. And I'm like, they probably got a ghostwriter, nigga, what are you talking about? And it be your favorites too. Steph in the chat. Steph, what's up? Steph, you got a shout out earlier because you put me on to the spray stuff, the Unbothered. And I went on the site the other day, ordered 2 new sprays and a candle. So we might have to have them on the show. Turn up. Because now I can actually be like, yo, this stuff was life-changing. Shout out to Steph. Steph put me on. And now the vibe in here always feels good. So even if I have a bad day, when I know when I walk in this door, it's okay because this is sanctuary, Cuddy. It's lit in here. It is very amazing, Steph. I appreciate you. I got 2 more things, and so since we're on, oh, awesome. Thank you for letting them know. Yeah, I ordered the other night. It's confirmed. Hopefully they'll be here soon. I mean, not in any type of rush because I know I'm getting a great product. So we'll be patient. But before I transition from the music thing, let's stay on the topic of music. I opened up the show with that Fabolous record. Fab is one of the GOATs when it comes to these lyrics. I was trying to think of a clever, funny name to describe the. I'm just the lyrics. That's it, man. These beats are dope. He's getting on with the best producers since day one. He, gets the best features, but it's not even the charting records for me. It's the mixtapes, man. Fab just be killing. But then even you think about back in the day, in the early 2000s, think about Trade It All Part 2, Fab and Jagged Edge. And then for some strange reason, Diddy is on that record rapping. But in the video, I think they were like, nah, Diddy, fall back. This ain't you, fam. And then Fab rapped the verse. I don't know. Maybe I had that mixed up. Maybe Diddy was on the video. I don't know. Fab was killing. But I don't feel like Fab gets the respect that he deserves. Because he been doing it. Oh, man, when did Fab come out? Like 01? 2000 maybe? Steph, do you remember? I know you're old enough to remember. Anybody that's my age in the chat, can they tell me? When do y'all remember hearing your first Fabolous record? I know me and Mark was in the car the other day and she played, what's the one? Fabolous and Nate Dogg, Can't Deny It. That record is mad old. Still hitting. Oh my God. I just want to give Fabolous his respect, man, because I have Fab in my top 10. He usually floats between 5 and 10. I think he is that good. And then as a collective, I have Slaughterhouse also in my top 10. And I just was listening to some of these Joel Ortiz verses, these Crooked Eye verses. I mean, Joe Budden, y'all don't understand. He's not just a podcaster. He is an all-time great rapper. If you really love bars, you can never, ever in your life disrespect Joe Budden. He has some of the coldest bars I've ever heard in my entire life, man. Royce, oh my God, what kind? Royce, I have him as number 5 usually. And then Slaughterhouse is somewhere behind that. So he ended up being on the list twice. Royce the 5'9" is an all-time great rapper. And I wanted to talk about these people today because I have this. This is my shit. I can do that. And that way it'll always be documented. I love it. If you have time, man, go listen to some old Slaughterhouse records. If you have a love for good rapping, and I'm talking about good bars, good metaphors, all the shits, people that can use grammar in ways that it probably should not be used, you will not be sorry if you listen to Fabolous, if you listen to Slaughterhouse, you go get Royce's shit, go get Joe's shit. Crooked has tons and tons of mixtapes over some of your favorite beats to where he sounds better than the people who are on the original song. I'll give you an example. A lot of people I know really like the record Kanye West, Stronger. You remember that record? Crooked Eye's version is better than the Kanye West version. Do not argue with me. Go listen to it. You will find out that it's better. All right. No, you know what? I'm not gonna do it because I feel like I think I will end up doing something stupid. And it's not because I'm scared of having this conversation, but my thoughts and feelings on the Deshaun Watson situation, I'm just going to say this. Something feels funny based on the timing. But I'm not going to say that the allegations don't have merit or hold weight. I'm not saying that. But something seems funny. Their lawyer, because he's representing all three of the people alleging these claims against Deshaun. Not out of the norm, but just that's a little bit, that's I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't. He's really good friends, the lawyer. He's really good friends with the owner of the team. Deshaun has beef with the owner of the team. He doesn't want to play on the team that just paid him this big ass contract. What are some ways that we can get from out of the contract potentially? Because we don't want to trade him. And he makes it clear that he doesn't want to play. I don't know. It does not mean that the allegations aren't real. And we are not going to be dismissive to anybody that wants to come forward and express in any type of way that they want, a way in which that they have been hurt by another human. Y'all do y'all thing. But it's weird because there's no criminal charges. It's just gone civil. But apparently back in December, they had already reached out to him to try to get the money. And he declined to pay. And then so January, February, and then 2 weeks of March. And now all of and right as we're in free agency. Now all of a sudden he has sexual assault claims. Again, I'm not saying that the claims aren't real. People are allowed to come forward whenever they decide. It's not up to the public or whoever to decide. Y'all do your thing. And if this shit is real, then you got to get them because that's what we're supposed to do, right? Especially if we want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable when they have been hurt about coming forward. We want them to come forward. So you got to do what you got to do. But again, the timing is just mad weird. And the lawyer situation is just mad weird. It's so weird. I don't know, man. Apparently, though, I did hear this later this afternoon. And I wanted to wait before I said this part because I want to spit out. I'm telling you why I think it's weird. Listen, we're not here to pass any judgment because until all the facts come out, you don't know what has happened. But apparently it's been mentioned that there are maybe some text messages of him like apologizing for something, him being Deshaun Watson. Now, if that's true, Cuddy, is this why you're trying to get out of Houston? But at the same time, that wouldn't matter because the charges will follow you wherever you go. The NFL has declined to comment because they don't want to do anything about it yet. But I wonder what the NFL is going to do. You never want to tell people that they got to stay inside forever. Or that they can only go here or can only go. Well, that's basically what happened to us all last year. Idiot. But just, you don't want to tell people that because they get a position in life, that now they can't do anything because things could happen. Because you make these choices. So listen, if the shit is real, he chose to put himself in this situation. So we're not trying to feel bad for these people or nothing. But my question always is to them, why y'all don't just stay at the house, bro? Or I know he's beefing with the team, but you could go to the facility and you could get a massage, why go to a third party? And even listen, if he's a creep and he would be doing it anywhere, F him, whatever. I'm making that clear. But at the same time, you could go to your job and they can provide a lot of these services that you need for you. So that way you don't have to be near or close to a situation that could possibly go awry and not be in your favor. Again, if you have actively chosen to put yourself in this position and do these things that they are alleging, you did this to yourself. But still, why not just make it easier on yourself? Everything like massages, the doctor, all of these things, you can literally go to your facility where y'all practice and hang out and da-da-da. You can go there and you can get all of this stuff. I know that to be true. 100%, I know that he has the option to do that. I know that because I know people who get to do that every fucking week, all the damn time. It's not hard. And y'all are in a position to where you probably have people that you can just call and be like, hey, can you do this for me? I know because I've seen it. You mean to tell me you got $100 million and you don't just have, like, why can't you find somebody that can give you a massage and do all these things and help you get right for the team and da-da-da-da-da and it not be on some funny business? Why do y'all have to have somebody that you trying to do funny business with? Go get a girlfriend. Get on a dating app. Why try to do this while you're trying to take care of your body? That doesn't make no sense. And now you might have just played yourself. And again, because you've actively chosen to put yourself in this position, you have this shit coming. You deserve this. If this shit is true. If it's not true, sorry that your life is potentially about to be ruined. And there isn't anything we can do about that because nobody has figured out a formula to help preserve the life of people who are wrongfully accused of this type of thing. Because this is the shit that you don't be coming back from. But what happens when it's not true doesn't matter. Because especially if it's a man, once you are accused of this, you are fucking done. And it's hard to argue against that. It's hard to be like, well, now we got to do stuff for you to let you back in. No, because all men are shitty. So if you didn't do this, you probably did something else. You have this shit coming. We as men, we have it coming. It is what it is. I said what I said. But we got to figure this shit out. This shit is crazy, man. And I don't understand why the NFL is not reacting more swiftly. At least come out and say that you're launching a full investigation and you want to find out what's going on. Because then at least, so this is the thing about the NFL, that I feel like they be dragging their feet on all this shit. And because you have a lot of these players who engage in these acts with women and they treat women bad, it's hard for these women probably to come forward because they know that they're going to be crushed by the shield and that the shield is not going to do anything that looks like they're actually in favor of the victim. By not putting out a statement or saying that you're doing anything, you're basically almost saying that, well, right now, we don't really give a shit about this. We don't care. But can y'all be surprised, though? Look at how long it took them to care about black people. The league is 70-something% black. Look how long it took for them to care about black people. So they definitely don't care about women, because why not put out a statement? The second that you heard about this, which I hope was back in December when he was first approached by these females' lawyer, because they're all represented by the same person. And that is super weird. But when the lawyer first reached out, the team should have called the NFL front offices and been like, this is the situation that's going on. And they should have put out a statement then. Or launched the investigation then. And then by now, it would potentially be over. So if the team knew about it, then that means that they probably hid the shit from the NFL. Or the NFL has just opted not to do anything about it. It's $1 billion industry, ladies and gentlemen. And look at how much they actually care about people. They only care about people if people can give them money. That's what it seems like. I'm probably saying some crazy shit, but I don't know, man. These are the thoughts that I had today thinking about this situation all day. I'm not just sitting here just spitballing. These are the thoughts that I literally was having. Because this shit is crazy. Why does the lawyer represent all three of them? No, I don't understand that. And why is he so close with the owner? Questions for Deshaun, questions for the NFL, questions for the owner, questions for the lawyer. I don't have any questions for the girls. Because if this was done to you, you're doing what you should do. And I hope you get everything that you were seeking from this situation. Because you never know what's going on in a person's head. So, I mean, a lot of people don't report it. And then you probably wonder why, but who knows? That's up to them. People got to make these choices for themselves. You just want to make sure everybody feels comfortable and that they feel like they have a safe space that they can go to talk about these things and then be able to make informed decisions about how they want to go forward. A lot of times we eliminate those spaces by dismissing the allegations and then asking them questions. Well, are you sure? I mean, if she told you, then you just take her word. Let her tell you. If you feel unsure, ask again. But don't ask if she is sure. Just ask to hear what the accounts of the event again. What happened? And then you listen. If you listen, then you can actually be of service. Got to make sure people feel like they have a space where they can go and they can address things and they're not made to feel like they are in the wrong. That's what I feel like keep happening. Shit, I probably did this by asking all these questions, but I'm literally just giving y'all all the thoughts that just be going on in my head. You know, it's crazy up in here, literally. All right, man. I got to go because the NCAA tournament is on. I'm not hiding that. I'm cutting the show short so I can go watch basketball. And y'all going to be okay until Monday. I'll be back on Monday. Steph, shout out to you. I love Steph, man. Put me onto that stuff. Listen, hold on. Let me pull it up. And I'm going to have to, hold up. Let me pull it up. I had like 10 things open. See, that's why my battery be running low. Because I'll drain this month. Alchemistics. That's what it is, man. On IG. Alchemistics. Go on their website and order stuff, man. Just all of it. Just get it all. You need it all. Get the candle. Get the unbothered spray. Steph put me on to some stuff. It's like drops, and I just put it on my neck. And I be going to work. I just be smiling and shit. Vibes are good. It smells good. I don't be smelling like a little weirdo or nothing like that. Good for your skin. All that type of stuff, man. This is a part of the self-care. I'm putting you on to this because this is stuff that people told me about for years. People like Steph. Steph is not new to this. She's been on this type of stuff. You know how many times she's asked, you want me to come over and sage your place? You want me to sage your car? You want me to sage your shoes? I don't should be offering to sage stuff all the damn time. I always be like, no. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of those natural remedies that actually can make my life improve. But now I'm on. That's why I told you I'm way up. This is part of it. Go to IG. Check out my IG so you can watch that Zach Galifianakis clip because that shit's mad funny. And then go order $3,000 worth of supplies from Alchemistics. All right? All right, man. Steph, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Maybe I'll see y'all on Monday. Not maybe. I'll be here on Monday.